Are we
Close.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. No!
Would you believe it? I broke a spoke on my car when we came.
I am at your service. Take care.
God almighty.
Do you work any copper?
Why'd you up?
I'd want to commission you.
Then you best go elsewhere.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other black...
I'm being made a fool of yet again. Anything else? Good luck then.
Let's talk about...
What? You won't convince me with that. Aye. What the hell? Watch out! Pickpocket!
You thief
Jesus!
magpie.
I see a thief.
God! God, come here quick! There's a thief over there! Thief! God! Come here quick! There's a thief over there!
You there! Stop! Surrender! You were seen. You should have thought twice about what you're doing.
Just my luck. Look, I can't tell you anymore. The fate of the whole empire hangs in the balance between King Wenceslas and King Sigismund.
Well, I thought that is.
Your father says you don't work any.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town.
Are you calling me a liar?
Just be sure you know what you're letting yourself in.
Was that a threat? Do you think I'm...
You don't get it, do you? I don't particularly want to fight with you. I don't have the time. So I'll just take my knife and stick it between your ribs. And then I'll...
So show me what you're... May the Lord watch over you. Kurwa fix.
So what do you have to tell me?
You're right. We do make...
Who buys those sheep?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him.
So why all the secrecy?
Father forbade me to talk about it.
Your father has some serious...
Jesus.
We'll see about that.
Take care now.
So back to that...
What?
Your son put it quite...
What's that?
For a blacksmith, son, he's not all that... Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut...
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them? If you don't cooperate, you'll be getting a...
There's no need for threats. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter.
So what are we talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rabstein's business, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the...
And what is it you need from...
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. What's your plan?
Otto's busy making a very pretty suit of armour for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty...
And how am I supposed to see?
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff.
And what do I get out of it?
What we already agreed. I'll give up dealing in copper.
But what if I lose?
Nonsense. How could you? Vitus's armor is...
Do you really think that will...
Otto's always mouthing off in the alehouse that my young lad isn't worth a damn. Once I show he's just a bitter old bastard spouting hot air, and Vitus will reap the reward. What with all the strife in the country these days, there'll be no end of work for...
How about...
Jesus Christ. Although, if Otto doesn't agree to the duel...
Exactly. And if you want to wreck Otter's reputation, not keeping his prom...
You're right. Do whatever you think fit then. But if the armor gets, lost...
Of course.
What can you tell me about the...
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have tough... God be with you.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
The sun sets out across the skies. He loses his way, to the forge he flies. Kuttenberg is far, far away. Kuttenberg is far, here I'll stay. My breath is short, my feet are sore, I buy a horse.
Jesus Christ! You're Good luck then. me! Huh.
My breath is so heavy and so fire.
I don't understand these things. What do you reckon? Did that battalion...
Yeah. How are you getting on?
How do you think? Badly, that's how. Since you let us down.
Oh,
You promised to help me with the wounded. A lot of good people...
I'm sorry about what happened. But those were complicated cases. By the time I was able to get hold of everything that was needed and prepare a remedy, there was nothing more that could be done. Even you and Brother...
I hope you mean it sincerely. It's true it was no easy matter. What is it you wanted anyway?
Nothing. I just stopped by to see how you were doing. I was thinking you might be glad to see a familiar face.
That's true enough. There's no end to the work that needs doing here, and I've little or no help. Everyone's got a problem, and it feels like I'm the only one in the whole world who's able to help them. And Matthias. He worries me most of all. Brother Nicodemus helped me to move him here after what happened in Merhoyed. But
I'm sorry to hear it.
I know. I'm constantly on my feet, and when I get a chance to rest for a while, I don't sleep well. I keep having peculiar dreams and waking up. I get up in the morning, feeling like I haven't slept at all.
But what do you mean? Peculiar dreams?
The same one. Over and over. In it, the Virgin Mary appears to me.
The Blessed Virgin? Really?
Really. She looks just like in the painting over the altar in Sasau Church. I always dream that I'm back in Scarlet's again. Like before. Before everything.
I understand.
I'm standing at the foot of the hill, with the castle behind me, by the walkway leading to the ore-washing tanks, near the woods. Uncle used to work there. I'm bringing him some food, going towards the pond. Then everything suddenly goes dark. I carry on uphill, along the stone channel up to the mouth of a huge cave. I go inside and the darkness surrounds me. But I keep going, and then I see sitting there in the dark.
Who? Who do you see?
The devil. He scowls at me with these horrible eyes. Then everything becomes engulfed in flames, and I try to flee from them. I run through the cave, but I can't find the way out. I can hear the devil behind me laughing horribly. When I can run no longer, I stop, and the flames catch up with me, and then I die. Then I wake up, still feeling the heat of the flames, and I can't get back to sleep again. All I can do is kneel by my bed and pray until morning.
You said something about the Virgin...
Yes, she's always there with me until it goes dark. She goes to the cave with me, but she doesn't go inside.
And you have that same dream every night?
Night after night. It started some time ago and it never ends.
Have you told anyone about it?
No. No one at all, except for you. I was afraid people would think I was losing my mind.
Right. Well, it does sound a bit, you know, mad.
I know. Sometimes I think so myself. But then,
Mad.
when the dream keeps coming back, I think it must mean something.
You're right. That's no ordinary dream.
Exactly. I'm glad you don't think I'm mad. I was thinking, you know, that maybe I should go there, but the truth is, I'm afraid. And anyway, I can't leave here. So, I was wondering, since you're here, whether you wouldn't go there and have a look around for me. You're able to take care of yourself. After all, you've been in battle.
All right. If it means you'll be able to sleep peacefully again. I'll go there, but what exactly do you want me to do there?
I don't know. Just go there and see if there's anything weird there. And then come and tell me.
Of course. Take care of yourself, and I hope things get better. With you and Matthias and everything.
Thanks, Henry. Henry!
You know, I could get you some potion to help...
Thanks. But there's no...
Oh, I brought you... I've got a bit of...
We said...
Ah, actually, I don't have... I brought...
Sure.
If you want to...
My daughter's 18 months old. I've never...
Henry!
What's wrong with Matthias?
Me and Brother Nick, I pray...
Ah, poor Matthias. You know...
Good luck, then.
Can I take a look inside the...
Take care now.
I'm honored that a knight such as you...
Do you have any quicksilver?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Can't you? In the Sasau Monastery? That seems unlikely. It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to say about that.
It's not. I'm not. Oh, shit.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery.
And you had been stealing? I mean...
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name.
Very well.
God be with you.
Hey! Look out!
Yeah. Ah. Ah. Yeah.
Good elf to you.
Whose house? You don't seem...
Well, of course I do.
What does it...
Well...
But... You look...
How can you be... Me?
Well, they say there's not much...
What's that got?
I'm not blaming you. Folk were...
I know.
Maybe I... No, not at all. I was going to bring you something from the cave, and you could touch it for...
Oh, now.
Of course.
Then I'll be very... Farewell.
I'm at your...
I've come from Captain
And what might the captain be wanting to...
I'm not a messenger. I've nothing to report.
Oh, so it's you, the hero of Talmberg. So be it. If you succeed, I'll glad... We know that one of their encampment...
I'll take a look there.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't belong here. Leave right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh! Learn how to ride a horse, idiot.
Yeah.
Why are you just sitting...
Why not? Admiring the view. People...
Does the name Rapota...
Rapota, you say? Rapota.
Admiring the view, my arse. If you ever want to see another view again...
Ha! I've been more impressive.
Fuck you! Look, you little jester, I'm investigating a crime against the king on the direct orders of Sir Radzig. Are you really going to keep pretending you don't know anything?
Hang on! What's all this about a crime against the king? I'm just keeping an eye on things. When a wagon comes in, I make sure nobody robs it. I get a commission for that, that's it.
See? That didn't hurt a bit. Where's Rapota?
I don't know. He's been staying in town lately. He hardly ever shows up.
Who comes to fetch them?
I don't know. Some people. They don't speak, just look mean. Take the good...
Bit of friendly advice. You're wasting your time here. Rapota's scarpered and won't be coming back this way anytime soon. You might as well pack up and go home.
What? That bastard owes me a dozen groschen. Damn it! Now what? Ah, well, no use hanging around here anyway. In any case, thanks for the information. I could have been stuck here for weeks. What in the name? Where are you sticking your finger? Ah! No! Hey! All of you, gather! Killing, fighting, never losing, robbing, fucking whores and boozing. Take the women, burn the village, drink, annihilate and pillage. Burning, wrecking, making strife. How sweet it is, a robber's life.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Are you after something? I'm afraid my friend here won't tell you much.
Your friend? Oh, I'm very sorry. And, well, I don't want to be insensitive, but I was hoping to get something from him. My master's necklace, which he won at Dice.
Your master? Who would that be?
Well, Sir Radzig Cobbler of Skalitz is my liege lord. I'm Henry, but just now I'm helping Sir Hans Capon with a private matter.
Those are weighty names in these parts. I'm Sir Anselm of Domkey, in the service of... well, that's not important. I'd like to give you... that is... I'd like to ask you for your help.
I'm listening.
I will. And I'm sure... The thing is, this is all my fault. I got held up on the way to meet Alphonse. By the time I got here... Amen, lad. I was heartbroken and enraged by turns, tearing my hair and cursing. Alphonse was my good friend, and it pains me to know he was only here on account of me. I brought him into a certain business matter to negotiate with some people, and he agreed. And this is how it ended up. When I finally pulled myself together, I took a look around and found some tracks. I followed them to the camp of those very brigands that Alphonse was supposed to negotiate with.
Nah, you can't trust anyone these days. So how can I help?
You can pass yourself off as Alphonse. Get into the bandits' camp and find that fucking murderer. And when you do, you'll find what you're looking for.
What was the purpose of Sir Al...
Look, Henry, you'd best avoid that subject if at all possible.
It'll be a bit hard to avoid that, since it was supposed to be...
True. Well, Alphonse was supposed to talk Erhardt into moving his robbing raids towards Benishov, especially holding up merchants' wagons heading for Prague. In return, he was...
I see. So you work for...
No, neither Pilgrims nor Benishov. Nor Vlashim, for that matter. Damn politics.
What do you know about...
Actually, they're not just ordinary bandits. It's a robber baron and his band. Sir Erhard Baron Bielowitz. Some of his... They came here in the hope they'd have a better chance of keeping...
Why don't you ask some of the local lords for help? I'm sure the Sasau custodian would...
There's nothing I'd like to see more than the lot of them strung up. Only I have a task that conflicts with that. And as for the custodian, I'm pretty sure Sir Sebastian is in league with Erhard.
Now, wouldn't it be better if you did that yourself?
I'd do it if I could, lad. Only they know me, and I'm not on the best of terms with them. Then the two of us would be dead and those bastards would get away with it.
Well, I hope I can avoid... Is there anything else I should watch out for?
The main thing is to look and sound like a noble, not a peasant, a commoner. So...
And how am I supposed...
Ask around. I don't reckon anyone will admit to stabbing him in his sleep, but... You might... Now that I think of it, they stole other valuables from him.
Silver is silver, though. I won't recognise anything.
No, not that I can... Oh, yes, he did. Dice. He had a set of dice made specially in Prague. It was his pride and joy. They were red and gold, bright and shiny.
What can you tell me about Alphonse, so they don't catch me out?
Indeed. A few details should suffice. He was from Slani, but lived in Prague the last few years. He advised people, very well too. He helped them to deal with problems.
He sounds like a man of the world, but I've never even been to Prague. I'm not sure I could...
You can always change the subject. He was an ardent dice player, God forgive him. And he spent some time in Moravia on the service of Prokop of Luxembourg.
My word, the whole...
So are you going to help me?
I'll help you. I'll have to go there to...
Thanks 1,000-fold. And for the love of God, don't get caught. I'd never forgive myself.
I'll bear that in mind. There's something else. That doesn't make any sense.
No. They never saw him before. So whoever killed...
Are you quite sure they don't know?
Aye. He moved in altogether different circles. Among decent people. So I reckon the best thing is for you to introduce yourself as Alphonse, have a snoop around.
I've no more questions.
Yeah.
Why are you waking me? Go away.